We already know that the first two villains of Legion are going to be Gul'dan and Xavius, but what's going to follow that? Today I'm going to go through the likely end bosses for this upcoming expansion. First of all, we have Illidan. He is the box art of the expansion, but I seriously doubt that he's going to be the final boss. First of all, Blizzard are being very tight-lipped about his involvement in this expansion, but what we do know is that he is woken up by Gul'dan, and past that, we're not really that sure. Now, he is going to be royally pissed off at us after all the devs have said that much, and we did kind of air quotes kill him in Black Temple. Blizzard have said that his story will develop throughout the expansion though, which gives us the idea that he is going to be one of those very key expansion spanning characters that has got, I think, more of a relationship with us than just we knock him off in a raid and that's the end of it. Illidan also doesn't have a very friendly relationship with the Burning Legion. When we arrived on Outland, he had deposed Magtheridon and was preparing to withstand whatever the hell the Legion was going to throw at him after his failure to take Icecrown and stop Ner'zhul. We also know that Illidan sent his strongest demon hunters off on a secret mission at the same time we were carving our way through the Black Temple, and the events of that mission are going to serve as the starting area for new demon hunters in this expansion. Also, he kind of started the whole demon hunter thing. They hunt demons, Burning Legion are demons. Yeah, probably not the best friend of the Legion. Anyway, that mission was to the Burning Legion prison world of Mardoon, which is supposedly the world that Sagaras shattered and unleashed the Burning Legion from. So there is probably something very interesting and perhaps quite anti-Burning Legion going on surrounding Illidan and his demon hunters. The big question is, how have his thoughts changed over the last 10 years when he's basically been frozen in that weird glass that, you shatter in case of the sub-numbers dropping? Now, with Illidan's history, the demon hunters being his followers, and the general vibe that I get from Blizzard's communication, I think he will be a morally grey character who is mostly good, but maybe not out of the best intentions. Which leads us directly onto who I think will be the final boss of this expansion, the Avatar of Sargeras. I think this is the most likely enemy to face at the end because a lot of the lore just points towards that. Many years ago, the Avatar was killed by the Guardian Egwene, and it was sealed in what's now called the Tomb of Sargeras. Facing Sargeras himself would be pretty absurd, because chances are we would hardly be able to scratch him. The Avatar is weaker though, but still immensely powerful, and this would neatly tie into the fact that the Tomb of Sargeras is one of the centerpieces of the Broken Isles, and it would properly introduce us to the main villain of the Warcraft universe. Yes, we've heard about Sargeras, haven't even met him, haven't talked to him. This would give us an opportunity to do so, and it would allow Blizzard to set that precedent in the lore. This supposedly is going to be the largest Burning Legion invasion ever, so at least seeing a bit of the main man would kind of make sense. Killing Archimonde wouldn't cut it, we've already sort of done that, and just all the lore points towards this being a great time for some face time with Sargeras. Kil'jaeden is worth mentioning though, because he's a very important character who we have not really defeated at his full power. He could turn up, and yeah, it would make sense for him to do so. He's a big, high-commanding person in the Burning Legion. But with all the surrounding lore, the Tomb of Sargeras and all that, I think it's far more likely that the Avatar of Sargeras will be the one who we face. Next, Queen Ashara is worth noting, but I think she's actually going to come into the game more later on in an Old God-based expansion. According to the Legion website, the main Naga threat that we face is someone called Tide Mistress Athesa, I think. She directs a Naga army which is attacking Azsuna because there is some sort of Titan artifact in Azsuna that the Naga really want to get control of. Now, if the Legion was a 2-raid tier expansion, then I don't really think Ashara would fit in as the end boss, because it is called World of Warcraft Legion, not World of Warcraft a few demons and then the fish people. Now, if it was going to last for 3 raid tiers, I think it would be possible to squeeze in Queen Ashara, but I think that would be a very squandered opportunity, since she is so heavily tied into the lore of the Old Gods and will probably have a role to play in that expansion. Perhaps Tide Mistress Athesa, or whatever the hell, could be the mid-expansion raid? It's always a possibility, but hell, we don't even know how many raid tiers this expansion will have. Personally, I hope they don't go with the Warlords model. I very much hope we get 3, because I think that represents the best value for the consumer, and also is very good for storytelling. So overall, I think the main villain of Legion is going to be the avatar of Sargeras. All the lore points to it being possible, and I think it would make for a really cool end boss. However, I do have one final theory about the avatar. It could appear at the end of the Broken Shore invasion, which leads into the expansion proper. Blizzard did say that we will be shocked and surprised at whatever the hell happens there, and that many characters are going to get killed or lose hope. So having the Avatar appear at the end of the Broken Shore, take out a few major lore characters with it, well, that would certainly surprise and shock people. I know a lot of people have been thinking that maybe Varian will die, some people think Thrall or Tyrion may die, or maybe they'll just lose hope and be like, you know what, I think this is enough adventuring for me, you take the Ashbringer, have fun, or something along those lines. Certainly, if all these heroes are going to get completely, killed and sad about what's going on to the world, something major is going to cause that to happen. Now, is that going to be Kil'jaeden arriving and, killing Tyrion? No, I don't think so. But the Avatar of Sargeras, because the Broken Shore is apparently very close to the Tomb of Sargeras from what I know, I just think that also makes sense. And if it is the case that the Avatar of Sargeras is dealt with in the Broken Shore, well, then what faces us next? I suppose then it would probably have to be some major Legion person. Maybe Kil'jaeden. But that's enough speculation for now. Overall, I think it'll be the Avatar. What do you think? Let me know down in the comments. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.